Hello guys, my name is Akshay and today I am here for the presentation of the segment of ITECH 3207 Contemporary Challenges of IT Managers. So as you guys all know that we have to select 4 topics, and my 4 topics are telecomputing, call centers, green computing and security. So now the camera would be turned towards the slides, and it's me and I will be explaining you the slides. This is my laptop. I'm just gonna hold the camera and gonna present it to you. Let's start with the telecomputing. Okay, so the first is telecomputing. First, starting with the definition of it. What is telecomputing? Telecomputing is like you are sitting like if there is an organization, it has to hire some employees, but they don't have to go to the office. They can do their work just by sitting their home, like it's up to them. They can go to park anywhere. So there would be no particular building for it. They just can work anywhere. There are different benefits and drawbacks of telecomputing. Let's start with them. Okay, so let's start with the first pros and cons. Pros: the greater freedom of working hours. As you can see, like there is no pressure, or there's no fixed timings like office timings. You can see there are most of the fixed timings are like 9 to 5, 9 to 4, or 10 to 3, something like that. But there are no fixed timings for that one. So you can give more and more hours to the work. Like sitting at home, you got plenty of hours. So that can you give to work, and that will convert your product more. So your work more productive. As you can see, the second point, working home can be more productive. So how it can be, because you are giving more and more time to it. Other than that, you don't have any pressure of your other employees of the environment. So it's like you are just an area of comfort, because you are at home and it's completely your area of comfort, so you can give more productive work. The last is the reduced real estate and the facility cost. How it can reduce the real estate and the facility cost? As you guys know, if someone is working home, there is no office building, so no one has to pay rent for it, no one has to buy a building, no devices need to buy. So definitely it would reduce the real estate and the facility cost. The next is cons: reduced human connections. As the people are working at home, so there would be no human connection at all. So this is the biggest drawback of telecomputing. The next is various distraction. How well, if you are sitting at home, maybe you are with your family and they're doing something interesting. Maybe they're watching a Netflix series, or it can be like they're playing games, or it can be anything that would be distracting you. So maybe you have to leave your work. You can't spend your more time on it. But if you are in office, you are bound to a timing like 9 to 5. You have to do that work. You have to sit there. So this is kind of drawback of it. Difficult to present yourself. If you are not in office, or you're just sitting at home, it would be very hard for you to present yourself. This is some results from the news articles. Like I have collected like mine. I have given the link in the Word documents. You can read more about it from there. So it's like in real estate, only 24% of employees work sitting at home, and like out of them, only 42% were with advanced degrees. And for the John Burns real estate that I picked up news article, I've read about it. And I also given that link in the Word report, so you can read more about it from there. Only 13% of the workers were full time. Let's move on to the conclusion. Okay, there are different advantages of telecommuting, but I would say the drawbacks of it far outweigh its benefits. So I want to support telecommuting at all. I would say the going to the office and sitting there and doing your work is more better. It will bound you to do the work, and it would be more productive. I would say that I would not recommend telecommuting at all. So let's move to the next topic, that is call centers. Call centers. Okay, so call center, a centralized office used for receiving or transmitting a large volume of inquiries by telephone. As you guys know, that our different organizations have different call centers. Like maybe it can be anything, like you are using Vodafone SIM. If you have an inquiry, you will call them. So definitely, their call representative would pick up the call and solve your issues. So call centers, these are every organization have their own call centers. So there are two types of it, inbound and outbound, and the third is not the main type, but blended. And there are few other types as well, like offshore call center, outsource call center, virtual call center. What are inbound and outbound? Inbound and outbound are like, you can differentiate them. If the number of calls received by call centers is more than the outgoing calls, then it's called inbound. Like if we like both of this, like if you can take an example of Vodafone. Like Vodafone is they have a call center. Most of the people would call them and complain them, okay, this is that, this and that, I want to inquire that. Maybe they're all for inquiries. So they are having no more number of they are receiving more number of calls rather than they're calling other customer. Like maybe sometimes Vodafone call you, like this is the offer, you can upgrade your plan, such things. So they are having less number of outgoing calls. So they are having an inbound call center. Next, move on to the challenges. So challenges faced by the call centers. The first is agent recruitment and retention. The next is accurate reporting and analytics. The third is the increasing customer expectations. The next, bad customer experience are magnified, and work for optimization. So in call centers, maybe sometimes they would get employees can get annoying calls. Maybe sometimes customers are really different kind of, like, everyone has different natures. Maybe sometimes they can get very annoying calls. There are people complaining about the wrong stuff. They don't have the knowledge of that area, but still they would keep complaining about that. So this can so employees can maybe feel some bad experiences. Next, move on to the actions to improve call center. So the action they should take is to improve the agent desktop. The second is to make better use of external experts. Third, form a team huddle. The fourth is eliminate avoidable calls. So what does it mean, eliminate avoidable calls? It can be like that. What we can do is like whenever we call any, like maybe for your electricity billing query, or like you can take any like Vodafone, or you want to inquire something about your plan, something. So first of all, it's not like you directly call representative. There will be a computerized system always. So such things are better. Like maybe there are some solution which can be solved by the computer as well, only the computer. Not, you don't need to talk to employees. That's the how you can avoid the calls or eliminate the calls. Let's move on to the next, green computing or the green IT. So what is it? Today we know that the green IT is the most important issue. So green IT is the practice of environmentally sustainable computing. So what is it? What is green IT? As we know that we are using different kind of IT devices. They are not environment safe. Most of them are like polluting our environment in a way. Like computers, the CPUs of computers are releasing carbon monoxide. Chlorofluorocarbon dioxide. That is a gas which would harm our ozone layer. So and you can see like there are billions of IT devices which may pollute our environment. Other than that, these devices are not recyclable. The thing is, they are not recyclable. Yeah, today we are focusing on the recyclable material as well. Like Apple recently launched their iPhone, so that is completely recyclable. So, but the earlier devices which are not recyclable, there are still some companies which are not making the recyclable devices. Their material is not recyclable. So such things we need to focus. So these things are not recyclable, and that would definitely pollute our environment. If they are not degradable, then what? They are just gonna pollute our environment. So the concept of IT, green IT, was emerged in 1992. And so what is its aim? Its aim is just to protect our environment. What are the challenges? Let's move on to the challenges, or why it's important. So why do we need green IT? The first one is to save different sources of energy. Like, there are definitely, to operate any IT device we need energy, but we have limited energy on our earth. So to save the energy, we definitely need leading towards green IT. So like electricity is made from like most of the, like the use of water, or maybe the uranium we are having limited amount. But and water, like we have water is the biggest resource, but yes, still a lot of water is wasted for the making the source of for making electricity. So to save the energy, we need to move towards green IT. So we must buy the devices that are having that consume less amount of energy. Next is to keep environment clean and to improve the quality of IT products. So as you all know that if we're gonna use the recyclable IT products, then there would be no environment pollution. So to keep environment clean, we need to use green IT. So the solutions: buy energy efficient hardware. If you're gonna buy the less energy consuming hardware, definitely there would be less use of energy, and you can save energy. Use virtualization technology to consolidate servers. So what is it? What you can use is, you can use maybe one CPU for different computers, or the virtualization is like one device can be used for different purposes. Like maybe one printer is there and that is connected to several computers. So this is how virtualization technology can help in green IT. Use thin clients to reduce GPU power usage. Yep, sure. The next is recyclable systems and supplies, and encourage telecommuting. So these are some things which can help to improve the green IT, because it will be safe for our environment, and we definitely move towards this solution, follow this solution and green IT, because that's the way to save our humanity and environments. Let's move towards the security. First, let's talk about what is IT security. IT security is the information security which is applied to the technology and computer system. It focuses on the protection computers, network programs, and data from unauthorized access or damage. So, what is it? Like we are having different kind of information in our computers, but today there are hackers who can hack our information and can misuse it. So information security is to the process to save that data from the hackers or from misuse of it. It can be done in various ways. So just to protect the unauthorized access to the data is called information security. There are different types of it. Let's move on to the types of it. Types of IT security attacks. These are some different types of security attacks, like denial of service, distributed denial of service, man in the middle, phishing and spear phishing attacks, drive-by attack, SQL injection attack, password attack. So these are the kind of attacks, like you can hack some system or software, or you can just destroy the data, or you can hack the data for misuse. These are different ways. Password attack, you can like you gotta just a random password just to maybe like sometimes there are like weak passwords for your logins. So people are hackers have the ability to crack those passwords and enter into your systems. Why do we need it? Increasingly sophisticated hackers. There are today. The number of hackers is increasing day by day, and they are more and more knowledgeable in this area. So widely available hacking tools. There are different tools today available for hacking. Like even if there is something like kind of game, there are hackers in that one as well. It's not about like data. Even the gaming sector has now the hackers in it. Misuse of personal details. So personal details can be your banking details. Maybe someone can hack your bank details and steal all money from that. Increasing number of cyber crimes. Yeah, there are a number of cyber crimes increasing day by day. Someone can hack your Facebook account or your Instagram account, anything, and can misuse it. Maybe can leak your information, anything. The rising cost of breaches. These are some factors that make us to need network security or this IT security. But what can be the solutions for it? These are some solutions, and the software like bolster access control, keep all softwares updated. Why do we need to keep our softwares updated? So maybe like there's a loophole in the version 1.1 of any software, and someone report it like this is the loophole, or this is the drawback, or that is something negative about it. So maybe the companies of that software would update it and make the version 1.2 in which those loopholes are covered, and maybe they covered some loopholes that would reduce the chances of hacking. So to keep your softwares to avoid the hacking of your software, you need to keep updated the software. Use network protection measures. Must use network protection measures. Like the bigger organizations have very important data, a big amount of data in their computers, so they must need some measures to protect their data. So network security is more important factor that plays a role there. The next is employee training and standardized software. So you must have train your employees about the network security, and because most of the time maybe there's a mole in your industry or wherever you're working, he would leak the information. So there should be training of employees time to time. And next is thank you guys. This is me, Akshay. The student is 30332564. That's all for the presentation. Thank you so much.